Alright, so this is a video that we're going to show the actual hard top, fiberglass top. It has the steel perimeter that is riveted to it. We'll call it a rain gutter, for lack of a better term. That's really what it is. And we're going to be restoring this and or painting it at the same time. But my concern is the rust that you see around this. So the rust shows up obviously in the brown color. And right here it's kind of a pitting. It's gone right down through about halfway through the actual steel. And this is a hole. This is in fact a hole. We also have a hole here. So if the hole is that size right there, when we sandblast this, it's going to be probably double or triple the size of that. So we're going to have a number of small holes and or some real pitting around this perimeter. Now if you picture this, there's a gasket that goes on this whole thing around the whole perimeter, and the hard top, sits this way. This is a concern because if we don't sandblast this, it's just going to continue to bleed through and rust. And we have certain sections. Overall, this is not a bad perimeter, but it has to be sandblasted, and then we're going to have some fabrication in there. So that's our big concern. We're going to be spending a lot of time to clean this up, and ultimately, this is a good example. This is what it's going to look like. So here's a perimeter that's been taken off. We happen to have it here, and this is what it looks like after it's sandblasted. So that perimeter over there is going to look just like this after it's sandblasted, and we're going to have to cut out these certain sections and put in new steel. And the stuff that doesn't blow through is going to have this kind of look about it. Now granted, you don't see it, but in that little pit right in there, you can see the rust already starting back in, and it just never sleeps. So as a result, we are doing brand new perimeters. That's what's up here. The perimeter is a steel perimeter. It's all welded together. You can see how it goes together in that fashion. It's all welded, TIG welded together. It has the captured nuts. It has the holes for the rivets to hold it onto the fiberglass, etc., etc. And it's brand new steel. We like this alternative versus trying to restore this, just because you really got to cut it out. It's very, very labor intensive, and ultimately you've got a restored piece. But this is going to be a brand new piece. This is what we're recommending. And then we go into primer, and we happen to have another one over here. There's one that's been put in primer, and this is what it looks like after it goes into primer. Again, you have the captured nuts. This is what the part that bolts onto the bows, hard top sides, and so it's a brand new piece. So this is what we're recommending for this project versus retrofitting and trying to restore this. Last thing is, this piece is not available aftermarket, but we're going to restore it. It's not in bad shape. It'll sandblast out nice, and we're going to have to repair the end. So again, this is not available aftermarket, but this perimeter is. This is what we're recommending for this particular project.